So I absolutely love Ross. I can't help it, and I know that you guys are the same. He's just brilliant, so good. Obviously, at the moment he's kind of between Laurel and Gabby. I really actually think he likes Laurel. I do, and I think Laurel likes him too. But I think because of like Laurel knowing what Ross is like and how like what he can be like, she's a little bit scared to commit to it. But yeah. Well, I'm a fire starter, twisted fire starter, aren't you, Kyle? Kyle is the arsonist, obviously, as Graham found out today. So yeah, it's Kyle. Obviously, he's still lying about it. He's not saying that it was him. And yeah, I feel like he's just done this because he's angry that Robert basically took his home, like what was once his home. And yeah, it's just a lot of things built up, I think. And I don't think he's got any other way to take it out, but it really does make sense that it's Kyle because obviously of everything that's been going on with like the family recently, but also of how much Kyle's been slipping out and going away. It all kind of is making sense now. I feel like the next thing will definitely be like Moira and Kane finding out that's Kyle and everything. I actually love that Graham is still covering for Kyle. I really think that Graham might help Kyle out of this situation. Although in saying that, the truth will definitely come out. Well, Charity is in a bit of a problem, isn't she, with Kim not wanting to buy the pub anymore. I mean, that was literally Charity's get out, like, of everything. And yeah, now that it's not happening, she's in a bit of trouble, although she has thought about robbing Home Farm. I really don't think she should go on the rob on Home Farm, but yeah, it might be funny, to be honest. I love the fact that Graham is there for Kyle, and I hope that Graham does help him. Also, love that Kane is finally trying to get out of his comfort zone, and although he doesn't want to wear this incontinence stuff, but he needs to because he needs to have a life again. Well, Caitlin has well and truly used Vanessa, hasn't she? She said to her that she's going to go now and everything, and she's got this job in Sheffield and all of that. But the funniest thing was Chaz and Charity actually trying to sneak in and rob Home Farm. And obviously Lydia took the blame for it. Lydia said, like, oh, it was just me deep cleaning. I'm really sorry, I made a lot of noise. And Lydia catching them as well was so funny. And now basically Charity has this idea that she's going to rob Caleb's. Well, she wanted to rob Caleb's, but Chaz has tried to stop her from doing that. And yeah, it's just going to get serious because I don't know how else she's going to get this money. And I know that Chaz has been saying, look, just tell Sarah and Mackenzie, just tell them, but she won't do that. So obviously Kim is worried about Lydia about Sam not being there for her and stuff, and she really wants to spend time with Sam, but he keeps like blowing her out and everything and not able to come. And Kim has now come to the big conclusion that she thinks that Sam is seeing Laurel because Nicola told her about Laurel seeing somebody. Little does Kim know that it's actually Ross and not Sam. And Sam is basically just doing dancing lessons for Lydia, but oh my god, I think Kim's going to be on the hunt because she thinks that he is cheating. So Charity's still not telling the truth. Obviously she broke into Caleb's, which everybody found out about, and Caleb is basically blaming Noah for it because obviously she used Noah's keys because Noah was going in there to fix the electrics and everything, and Noah lost them, but little does he know that his mum had them and everything else. And Chaz basically has just told her straight now, Chaz is out, she's done with this situation. She's basically, Chaz is just fed up lying for her and trying to cover her tracks. But Dr. Todd has got 30 grand off her, like £30,000, and she wants more than that, and she wants to ruin it on Sarah's big 21st birthday. Like, Dr. Todd has absolutely planned that she would say it on Sarah's 21st, and that is just absolutely horrendous. I really like Leanne and Idris. Honestly, Leanne deserves a little bit of happiness, and I know that Idris is a bad boy from what we've seen so far, but hopefully he can give Leanne a little bit of happiness for a little bit. Would be fun. I mean, Carol is watching Tyrone's every move. Carol annoys the life out of me, and honestly, he's watching Tyrone's every move, basically waiting for Tyrone to slip up and say what's happened. Also, speaking of the murder situation, we found out today that Todd's phone is missing. Basically, Theo was the last one to have it, and we've seen that someone else has it. So what's happened? Why does this person have the phone? Who is it that's got Todd's phone? Yeah, so many questions. I mean, did we really think that Daniel's first day back at work was ever going to go smoothly? Of course it wasn't. Yeah, basically, obviously, went back to work and had this huge meltdown. I actually really enjoyed the fact that Hope was the one that helped him through it. I thought that was a lovely touch, and yeah, it kind of makes us like Hope a little bit more. I'm loving the character development in Hope recently, and I've always loved Hope as a character, so she really intrigues me, and yeah, I am enjoying her development and where she's going, and yeah, I love the fact that she helped Daniel. Well, everybody, it all kicked off today, didn't it? Because basically, Daniel has worked out that Jodie is truth teller, and also Jodie being at David as well and being like trying to poke and prod him. She's trying to say that David said her name that night, that he nearly slept with her and he got in bed with her and everything, and it's a load of lies, but she's actually making David really think. And then now, because of this argument with Daniel, and Daniel finding out what she's been up to, she's moved back in with David and Shona, so I can see this being trouble. I mean, she's got Daniel in a right state. I'm just glad that after the microwave situation, Betty had the sense to run to Ken's and get some help. Right, I'm not going to lie, guys, but Jodie is really annoying me now with what she's doing with David and everything, and even David's like, well, you just stop it. Like, honestly, you're such a liar, and like, oh, now she's made this threat to him. Oh my god. Seriously, what is she actually playing at? It's getting so boring now. I'm like, please, just what are you doing? I mean, what is Daniel thinking? I kind of love the fact that Tracy and Adam did try, well, more so Adam, but like he did try and teach him a lesson, and I suppose he was doing it for all the right reasons by keeping Bertie, and obviously Daniel woke up to Bertie not being there and everything like that, but I suppose he was doing it for all the right reasons, which obviously made Daniel so fuming. Ken ended up getting a punch, no meant to, it was meant for Adam, but of course why does Ken always get caught in the middle of everybody? So then Ken's told Daniel to get out because like, you need to, like, poor Ken, honestly. Ken's sitting there like, look, I've dealt with this for years with Peter and Simon. I'm not putting another little boy through this. It's not happening. Like, leave him alone, get out, and go and sleep yourself off and actually think about what the hell it is that you're doing, because, like, what you are trying to do is not working whatsoever. Like, this drinking and getting drunk like this just is not working for you. So Brodie got arrested because he picked up Todd's phone, and he's basically went and sold it at a like pawnbroker's, like a second-hand shop, and he sold it there. But basically the police are obviously questioning him as to what's happened and why he had Todd's phone, and he basically has turned around and said that he was looking after the girls that night, because obviously Sally and Tim were at the wedding, and apparently one of his little sisters, I'm guessing it was Joni, wasn't very well because she'd had some of Sally's wine, and he went and got a kebab and was trying to be nice to her, and the reason that him going to get her a kebab is why he's on dashcam footage on the street. Well, Sam seen Evil Roy again, didn't he? I loved that. It was so cool. I feel really bad for Sam though, because he's obviously going through something absolutely horrible, horrific and major, and yeah, it's really sad to just say that he's not himself. Sarah 100% knows more about this murder than she's saying. I know she does. She's absolutely hiding something. Like, what is wrong with her? I don't think it's anything to do with completely the injury. I think she's hiding more about the murder. Like, I'm not saying it was her that did it, but I think she knows a lot more than what she's saying. The Barlows obviously tried to stage an intervention for Daniel, but it never really worked out too well because Daniel doesn't listen to anybody, and he's just in one of them raging moods where he's not willing to take constructive criticism or any criticism that anybody's trying to give. Like, at the end of the day, Daniel needs to get off of his high horse because he was the one that left Bertie alone and fell asleep, and like, Bertie could have been seriously hurt if Adam and Tracy didn't do something about it and take him in and look after him.